All right, so we're on the third day, I believe, now of 100-degree weather. But it's early, and I got to do a little bit of something. Get a little bit of something done. Just going to mow a little bit of the lawn. This is my project that I've been working on. I got a long way to go. Try to keep everything covered here. It's such a mess. But all my recyclable stuff we got to do. The whole gazebo needs to be done and all that. We'll mow the lawn for a little while. We'll chat about eBay returns. My seller account, which we just changed back. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I went completely full circle. You can look at the last negative feedback. You know, I was having lots of big sales. Apparently they were fake sales in some way. So it's cleaner in there, but it's piled up again. Same in here. Cleaned up, but piled up stuff still. But again, I did about, how many loads are back here? 10 loads, 12 loads out here. And I've done 3 or 4 in that gazebo. And I have about 300 more to do. Maybe at some point I can get a dumpster, but probably not. I'm just going to keep plugging away at it myself. So we'll bring the... Oh, I think I forgot the battery. I think I did. I thought I had the battery in my hand. Alright, so we're going to try to mow a little bit around here. Oh, I do get the battery. I forgot it. This is my electric mower. They're really expensive. This one I got 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, more than that now. At Home Depot for a couple $100. They have a really small one. That's still $300 or $400. All right, let's go get my battery. We'll hit some lawn. So, for us here in Rhode Island, our weather is pretty stable. So this 100-degree weather is unusual for us. But everywhere's got it, so we have good air conditioning. I have one of the best investments I ever did. Battery. Charged it already. Yeah, the best investment we ever did here is one of them whole house air conditioning systems. It's about almost 10 years old now. It still works pretty good. So the battery still stays. I still get a full charge. It takes good 6-7 hours to charge it though. Then we're good. I couldn't imagine not having a gas mower. It's been so many years since I've had a gas mower. Yeah, it's a jungle back here. So we've got trees to do back here. My little atrium over here, the coolest spot in the whole place. That tree is really growing good. Tree back there is growing good, and then this one over here. But everywhere else is a jungle. It's been too hot. See how I'm going to trim both of these down. Look at that, it's gotten really big. So we'll do a little bit of this lawn before the heat gets crazy, which is only a matter of hours away, not even now. So first thing we did is I decided to go full circle all the way back to free shipping and free returns. Just because of the last negative feedback of having, apparently I had fake sales, 65% off. So now, of course, with free shipping, when I go back to free shipping, everything goes back to the old way. And what happens then is now buyers see free shipping, and of course they think they can get the best offer down to like $7. So I'm back to that old frustration thing where I can't even ship 1 ounce after all my fees. It's $8 my cost out the door. So now I'm back to just declining everybody. And of course, I can't have 65% off sales on something where I have free shipping because I lost my shipping costs, which were $8. And that was just covering shipping costs. So I went back, I had to go down to about like 20% discount. That gets my listings, most of the little listings, down to about $11. That means I make $1 or $2 per listing, per sale rather. Once in a while I get something bigger, and then it helps me out, but even those, the really bigger stuff, free shipping could be $15, $20. But really stinks. So we've come full circle. Free returns so far haven't affected me, but I'm sure it will at some point. We just can't fight them anyway, so just go with it. Nothing I shipped out should need to be returned. So that's my store now. Free shipping, free returns. No, I'm not going to do $7, even if it's a screw, because it costs me $8. Right? That would make no sense. So lots of declining going on now. I was countering with a message saying I have free shipping now. I can't afford this, but I was like, you know what? All right. Gotta get the weed whacker. So that's where my eBay store is. We'll see where. So I'm selling a lot of the littler items again. Not a lot, but so in order to compensate for losing my shipping costs, I have to sell more things. But it doesn't really balance out. So how long I'm gonna stay at free shipping, I don't know. I do have some sales that I try to do, like I said, right now they're down to about 20%. That leaves me a few bucks for little orders. Now we can talk about me as a buyer. So I just made a whole playlist of the whole Model 3 disaster. Did get it. I did pack it and ship it. So, well, I'm waiting here. I'm waiting to get my money back. And then I bought something. I've been working on a little live stream for my birds and stuff. And I learned about a HDMI encoder. It's all cool, so that way it'll replace the computer and all that stuff that runs it a lot of energy and heat. So I finally got one in, and I got one that was obsolete. So the seller this morning, he didn't take the return, he just refunded me. I would have took the return, cut my losses, and then just try to resell it for parts. Because there's a few people that have those online on eBay for sale. It's a Server Pro, Live Pro, something like that. I had no idea when I went to do the online manual so I could set it up. It told me that, sorry, this is now discontinued. So I was like, oh, what's left? Of course, the seller wasn't happy about it, but what am I gonna do? Can't use it. So now I have something that I got a refund on it, not the ship back. So bring it to the recycle. So we won't do that. We'll play around with it still. I just wanted to return it, but that's not the way it went. So now we'll make do what we got. So I'm going to invest in some other sort of HDMI encoder. So that's what we're going to do. Right now my live stream, although I really didn't get many views anyway, I think I had 100 and some views, 99 hours or something I had it running for. So I got it to work though. Got to do what I wanted it to do. My guinea pig was in a little picture on picture, pretty cool. Nothing great, but just wanted to see if I could do it. Kind of figured it out. So. And I was going to go on to the next phase. I shut everything down because that thing came in, the Serve Pro, whatever it's called, and then I couldn't use it. I'm not one to open returns either because I hate returns myself. But I had no choice. There's nothing I could do. And like I said, the seller wasn't happy about it. A lot of wasted shipping costs. He said he would have never known. I said, well, he had to have gotten it from somewhere, right? He got it somewhere on a yard sale or somewhere he must have purchased it in order to list it. Just didn't research it. And it was obsolete. So he probably got it really cheap from somebody that didn't tell him. And then he thought he could flip it on eBay. And unfortunately, that's not going to work. I had no problem shipping it back. In return, of course, I had a video when I was getting ready to set it up. I was excited about it. And then the second video was all the disappointment of, oh, see all this jungle? Maybe tomorrow morning. You got to go in between the fences. Kill all the stuff. Look at it. A mess. Usually I do it by now. Go in between the fences, we'll take the camera and we'll go in there and attack it. Kill all the stuff in between it and then see how it grows. Well, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, so I got a couple of things going on with eBay returns as a buyer. Not fun. And again, my store changed, so right now I have free shipping. But again, it's one of those things where buyers want me to sell free shipping at free prices. That's what it comes down to. It's obvious I can't afford to do that. So the whole point of me doing all this is I gotta make a living somewhere, somehow. Right? So we just keep switching it up a little bit. How long I'm going to stay at free shipping, I don't know. It gets really annoying after a while with all the $7, $6. If you sent me a $6 $5 or $6 offer on free shipping, even a small item, I'm going to block it. I ain't going to put up with it. That's a heck no. Usually from a seller that's got a lot of people, so they should know better. So don't do it. You're doing about $11. As low as I really could go. That gives me maybe a $2 or $3 profit. So making a little bit more. Even before I was doing 65% off, but I had the shipping, and it was down to about $14 with the shipping cost. You know what I'm saying? So now I lost that. 3 or 4 bucks. So just people just feel that the little parts are just not worth a lot, which I understand. But the problem is you're paying a service. It's like an Uber driver, right? You're paying me to ship you something you need. I gotta get paid for it. It has to be a car. It has to be right? Well, if I can't even make 2 or 3 bucks. Plus, I'm still trying to get things out first day, always. Same day shipping, all that good stuff. I didn't change anything. They're going back to free shipping at all. Still doing the same exact thing. Trying to get things out to you as quick as possible. For less. A lot less. Right? So it's my store, I can do what I want. I sell stuff no matter what I do, but it's a significantly different when I go back to free shipping, but it's not really catching up to a lot more orders at all. Because of course I piss off a lot of people. That also doesn't help. Block people, all that good stuff. It's part of the grind, man. I challenge anybody to try to do this, what I do, for like 6 months. Again, I do it all. It wears on you after a while. But I still get things done, but I just have to keep switching things up a little bit. So right now we'll stick with the free shipping, free returns, just take back. Because all my last negative feedbacks are all from returns that were parts items. They returned them anyway. So, there's no winning. There's no win. I can switch it up, but it doesn't really change all the frustration that goes along with it at all. It just takes the frustration and it brings it to a different place. If that makes any sense. So, I just don't work too hard. My YouTube channel, I promoted just a little squirt. I got about 300 subscribers now. It's pretty cool. I've determined that I will never probably ever be monetized again for my bigger channel I had. But we learned when I was monetized with all that, I wasn't making any money. I made $500. And I put in over, what did I put in? Like $3,000 in Google promotions. Once in a while, on that fiasco with the Model 3, and I was taking a video while I was videoing talking about it, and all of a sudden it started to smoke. I promoted that a little bit. So I got like 2,400 views, I think, only because I promoted it. Just because it was just craziness how that all went down, that whole thing. I still haven't got my money back yet. I packed it, and I did a video on packing it. I think there's at least 7 videos now. I've got 2 more that I didn't put up yet. They're just the little ones. One was in the car. So we'll see what happens with that. So everything was chronicled. Nothing I wanted to do. Tried to cancel that order. It's the first time I ever had a seller refuse to cancel an order. And look where it got me. Through all that mess. I wasted another $39 or something at Home Depot to get packing stuff, and still was not packed the best I could. I have no idea what's going to happen to it. And the sad part about it is I really cared about the thing from the beginning, before we even got it. And then when it was destroyed or banged up, still tried to salvage it, but the seller did not want to leave did not want to do a partial refund. It started out $200, just out of spite, I think, just to make my life. Because everything about that seller was making me wait for everything. So for spite, made me ship it. But we did it. We got it done. I chronicled. So we're still waiting for the last piece of this disaster, which is the actual refund. I have a feeling this buyer already spent that money. That's the whole point. The problem is. So, I don't know how eBay covers returns of costs that are. If the buyers used all the money and then I open the return, how do they cover it? I mean, when I get a return on something, they just pull it out of the funds I have, but you have to have funds. So that's going to be the interesting part. But I've made eBay tens of thousands of dollars over the years, so they better give me my money back. And I should ask for my other 38 bucks back too, and all the time and effort to do all that. So it was originally I offered $200 as a partial refund. After the smoking video, I did one more. I asked one more time for $300. I would close the return and we'd be done. I gave that seller got a 5 full star, fast and as described. And as I always say, no matter what, I always do that. I will not put a negative aura around my store, because buyers do it to me. I'm not going to do it. So that seller had everything he needed just to give you some money back. I might have been able to save that before the smoking, because if I would have got the $200 partial refund, I probably wouldn't have turned it back on again. I would have went inside, and then whatever was shorted out, probably would have saw it. Something was hitting something else, and I would have tried just to save it from there. But I wasn't given that option. So we had to go to the only option I had was to continue the return, which we did. This was the video, all of that, and that's where everything all ended up. So yeah, it's getting hot now already. Let's get the back in here. Trees next couple days. Let's see what happens. I still have a bad feeling about when that gets returned, what's going to happen. But I packed the best I could, as much packing as I could possibly stick in there, everywhere I could. It's just really awkward. Something I would never, ever, ever ship. Normally when I purchase something like that, it comes professionally packed in some way, so it makes it. But this was the absolute opposite. Complete nightmare. I gotta leave all that. So this is all just staging area now. Do a little at a time when I can, while it gets a little bit warmer. I did a metal. The last load I did was metal. So what we're doing is we're still going to stick with that. We're going to pull more metal, fill these bins of metal, do another metal run, keep piling the plastic. Plastic I got to pay for, metal I don't. It's a huge difference. It would cut the cost of that total amount of stuff, all of it, probably in half. Just me, I don't have the money to afford to do it. The best way to do it is a dumpster, but I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So we'll just keep plugging away. So we'll hit this spot, that spot, and in the front I'll just go do on my own. That's what we're doing today. We're just doing a little bit of lawn action. Charge the weed whacker. Maybe tomorrow I'll hit some weed whacking a little bit. This really looks good. Turned on my second freezer for a lot of stuff. Middle room is cleaned out a little bit. Electric motors are much more powerful than gas motors. You never stall. Once in a blue moon up, stall. You do it while it's a little bit wet, but Remember, it's electric. So the rest of this I'll go do on my own.